Before I can get the crust out of my eyes, we are watching the news because in the world we live in today, something certainly happened while I was asleep. And yes, I had to run it back. Do you see that silk press? Tenderness.
Boy, look here, this is tenderism at its best.
Okay, let's be serious. I've got to get out the door. And of course, I couldn't resist the millennial urge to throw up the peace sign. All right, we are making great time. 3:05. Okay, someone clearly is awake. All right, Mary J. Blige, we have made it into the newsroom. These are the lovely producers who write our morning newscast. And from there, I immediately get to work. I open up our system where we put our scripts in. And then I typically stalk the president's social media because he always has something to say, child. And then I log into Teams so I can see any of the latest updates that have come in from ABC. And I write my stories. And then I, every day, frantically run into the studio for my first hit at 5 a.m. Look at that eye contact, stressed. So I do hits at 5, 5:36, and 6:30. And right here, this is just me working on cutting some new videos, some new sound, so that all of my hits are different and fresh. I honestly don't remember what stories I covered, but it looks like this one was on the partial government shutdown. And then for the last half hour of our show, I like to get on TikTok and run my mouth because you got to meet the people where they're at, okay? And while I'm running my mouth on TikTok, I realized I have to do the Morning Minute, which is a social media post of the top 3 local stories. They have to be done by 7 a.m. So we typically do them during a commercial break. This is what the final product looks like. We send the video to an editor and they get it online. And we're going to say farewell to the studio because we have to hit the streets. So I'm packing up, popping in the car with Todd, the photographer I'm working with today. He is so sweet, one of my favorite people. This is him setting up for our shot at a coffee shop in Hendersonville, where I spoke to this woman in her 70s who went to Minneapolis to protest the ICE operations there. And then we went to a different location to shoot our ins and outs for this story. Todd really is like that, y'all. He pulled out that reflector and got me going. Okay, so then we rushed back to the station to write the story. And then I go in the tracking booth to track. I'll let you enjoy seeing me mess up and start over again because I've been doing this for 10 years and still don't know how to talk. Okay, at this point, I'm stressed. The saxophone started playing. I had to go into the break room and get me an unhealthy snack to get the motivation to write the rest of the story. We get it done. We put it in the rundown and we are finito. And this is a little glimpse of the story. And shout out to the viewer who reached out to me on Instagram telling me that I did a great job reporting on that story today. I appreciate it because it was a long day.